Attack on Titan Season 4 Episode 3. Could Reiner be the true main character? Eren says, hold up buddy. So what's up guys, Foxen here. Time to go back to Attack on Titan Season 1, the Warrior Edition. Who knew that being a Titan could be so stressful? So go ahead and colossal smash that like for Hobo Eren. Come on, almost to 500,000. But first, today's sponsor is Surfshark. Anyone else streaming non-stop this year? But what really pisses me off is wanting to watch an anime, TV show, or movie, but not in your region. Using a VPN has you covered. Surfshark allows you to change your location super easy. For me, it's pretty awesome for Netflix and Crunchyroll. I mean, I'm currently in Japan, so I have to use a VPN to even access Crunchyroll, especially when double checking anything with Attack on Titan Season 4. Did you hear about all the movies launching on HBO? Surfshark has me covered. And if you venture outside on those rare occasions, have you ever connected to public Wi-Fi? A VPN helps to give you some virtual protection. Oh, and they don't keep logs. No one has to know when I visit OnlyFans. If this sounds awesome, click the link below to get going. You can take advantage of the sweet holiday deal. That's 84% off plus an extra 4 months for free. And this covers all your devices, your PC, tablet, phone, anything. Episode 3 titled The Door of Hope. Kicking this off, the other part of Chapter 94. You got Mama Braun being a Karen about the other Eldians on the island. Those Eldians and the Eldian King abandoned us. To notice that this type of thinking is in line with what was revealed in Grisha's flashback back in Season 3. Anyway, getting to the huge Reiner reveal. You know that Papa that went to the liquor store? He's actually a Marleyan. Turns out Reiner is of mixed blood. And do notice, no issues becoming a Titan. So the truth of young Reiner comes out. He was fueled to become a warrior due to the mother he loved. Could it be Reiner being the true protagonist, at least for the Marley side of things? Then for Reiner training as a little kid, doesn't this look awfully familiar? So it turns out even before becoming a scout or scout trainee, Reiner was already in Titan boot camp. Switching over to the warrior candidates. Almost thought this was Colt. This is freaking Zeke. Along with Porco, Marcel, Bert, Peak, Annie. You got 7 warrior candidates, but only 6 picked. You do have to give credit to Marley thinking ahead. Gotta have an extra kid in case anything happens. I did love the touch of that random ass apple. It is interesting to see that even back then, Porco was not at all a fan of Reiner. Likewise, interesting to see how loony that Reiner was due to all the Marley propo. You wanna talk all that crap? Oh, it sounds like you're an Eldian sympathizer, Porco. I like how Zeke was having none of this, just walks off. Don't cry too long, Reiner, or I'll get in trouble. As for the best buddy, Bert, you gotta love the similar pairing to Armin and Eren here. Would that naturally make Annie the Mikasa of the group? This right here is the next Attack on Titan trio statue waiting to happen. Come on, let's get a fundraiser started for that. Although Kid Annie here doesn't want to have any business with these two. Did you notice that protein milkshake left over by Annie? It makes you think back to Annie crushing so many scouts as a female Titan. Anyway, Reiner's goal? To become a hero and save the world. Huh, where have you heard this line before? Hey, Kid Eren! Finally Eren appearing in Attack on Titan Season 4, even if it was just a flashback. You want something to happen, Eren? Careful what you wish for. Getting into Marley's Titan debriefing. The female Titan here, no CG. The most versatile one, plus she could get her Titan heart too. As a bonus, she can attract all the Titan boys, and even get Attack on Titan boys acting up. Notice how Marley also chose to refer to her as the female type Titan in Japanese. Overall, freaking loved the female Titan back in action. See Mappa, you could skip the CG if you want to, or more likely for their case, if they had more time. Then you got Reiner as the plot armored Titan, extra thick in all the right places. Really the shield for Marley. Notice that at this point, Marley had already planned for Reiner to go Juggernaut on those gates. Next up, the earliest Jaws Titan to date from Marcel. Small, but quick and deadly. Pretty much the opposite of the armored Titan. On top of this, looking very similar to his brother's Jaws Titan. Then you got the fricking monkey, the only long-range Titan within the bunch, slightly bigger than the others. The Beast Titan's blood seems to have some hidden power, you don't say. Naturally, only Zeke is aware about his royal juices. And yes, it turns out that the Beast Titan here is CG. It was pretty hard to tell watching this live on my $5 TV. Either that or the CG has improved. As for possibly the weakest Titan, but don't worry, it makes up with endurance. It should be quick too. You really have Best Girl Peak playing Delivery Girl. And finally the biggest boy, Marley was lucky enough to unlock the nuke years before any other nation. Did the anime just skip out on referring to this as the God of Destruction? Notice Malgath here. He actually does question Marley sending kids in to retake the founding Titan. Hell, even giving Titan powers to these small kids already seems odd. Although kids are super easy to manipulate, the higher-ups at Marley really just thought themselves as being unstoppable with their Titan powers. Oh, and the Colossal Titan close-up actually doesn't look half bad. So, who's talking crap now? Don't worry, Porco, like you said, anyone who doesn't make the cut gets another shot in 13 years. I really don't mind seeing the asshole kid losing out. So time to celebrate the 4 chosen heroes of Marley, and technically Eldia too. Everyone's looking super happy and excited, except for Annie. Getting into Papa Braun. Ho ho, you got reality hitting hard like in a Sekai truck. All that work for Mama Reiner, but your father doesn't want you or her. Looks like Reiner just unlocked depression. Seriously, why is everyone's papa so crappy? Attack on Titan really is Daddy Issues the anime. But don't worry, Reiner, your dad is just an asshole. You're still a warrior. You can still go back to your goal of saving everyone and becoming the world's hero. Second time this was mentioned, by the way. Onward to Paradise Island, notice the full moon. Marley did pick out this night on purpose. Getting into the founding Titan question, I got asked this a lot last episode. Why would Marley even attack the island when the Eldian King left that threat to the world? In the anime, it seems like Reiner just sidestepped the topic, saying it was due to Marley's research. The real reason was supposed to come up a little bit later, but the anime cut it. Let's just say it does have to do with information from the Tiber family. For Marcel here, dude, why are you apologizing? So another truth comes out. Reiner, you were handed the Armored Titan. Marcel instead wanted to spare his little brother. I really enjoyed the imagery here of Reiner sinking deeper into despair, as he had the Ymir Titan come out to greet him. Good morning. You're now getting the warrior point of view from the scene from back in season 2. Reiner, you got saved. Oh my god, my ass was laughing at Reiner wailing. Don't eat me! Reiner, you really did haul ass out of there, even beating Annie. Time to go look for the new Jaws Titan. Do notice Annie here stated that Porco was their leader. I was really digging the warrior point of view right before the first Attack on Titan episode. Turns out that Annie wanted to head back. Bert was passive as always. Why did Eren's mom have to die? You can now thank Reiner. Reiner just had to go and guilt trip them. Not just me, but you guys will become a Titan's lunch too. For some important Titan info, Reiner mentioned how Bert was able to control the Colossal Titan right away. Age and training? Totally optional. Oh, did you piss Annie the hell off? Kicking some chompers out too. So not just Reiner, I really love seeing Annie spilling her mind out about Marley and the Eldians. Turns out Annie was nowhere near as brainwashed as Reiner and the other people. But stop it, Annie. She almost single-handedly transferred the Armored Titan herself. Is that a zombie Reiner? Whoa, Reiner, hold up, buddy. What you doing to that blonde? Following depression, this is the very moment that Reiner unlocked the Marcel personality. Gotta take the leader role. So it looks like the female Titan also went back into the Titan Abyss. Almost. Now you're actually getting to Attack on Titan episode 1, the debut of the Colossal Titan. And yes, they skipped a bunch here. I'm gonna go in depth in the following manga comparison video. Look at those Titan ribs. Delish. Up close, the human Colossal Titan face looks super freaky. You had Titan Dina here completely ignoring this Titan snack. Looks like she was craving someone's wife instead. Getting into Reiner's smashing. It is crazy to see what was actually going on in Reiner's head as he busted the gate down. So many mixed emotions. Hey Annie, wake up. Did Reiner really choke Annie that hard? My god, the anime cuts. So let me just mention it here. Turns out that Annie actually overused her female Titan to get the 2 warriors to the wall. Originally, it should have been Annie and the Jaws Titan switching roles for this. Either way, the warriors successfully infiltrated. Notice another trio nearby? Can't show them close up though. At the very least, you do have Kid Reiner apologizing to both of them instead of years later. Which means under the same roof, this trio was getting closer too. Annie's like, don't touch me. Reiner, why are you here? To save humanity. If only they knew what he really meant. You gotta like how Reiner looks so dead inside. For the mid-info card, you got some stuff about the warrior program, about these people being able to become honorary Marlians. I think this is some warrior detail that got skipped over in the last episode. As for the warrior trio making friends, oh please tell me more about your remote village where only you survived. Of course, this goes back to that BS story that Bert made up in episode 3. He simply borrowed the tale from this gentleman here. Holy crap, it's Kenny. Looks like Annie's life has been filled with Ackerman problems. Some sappy story about being your father? Kenny was not amused. Holy crap, this time Annie smashing the wall, really putting the Titan strength on full display. Keep in mind, Kenny is not actually Annie's father. That was just some hot crap Annie made up on the spot. Funny because I still get questions about this to this day. Switching to the trainees, notice Bert's work of art as he slept. This is likely a reference to the Hangman. What could Mr. Colossal Titan possibly be dreaming about? Switching over to Annie, looks like Annie was busy playing super secret agents during their training days. Once again, you have Annie opening up the opportunity for these words to head back home. Reiner's like, I don't know about that. So great job, Reiner. Notice how this mission was supposed to be a quick one. Instead, it ended up getting expanded into this 5-year operation. Reiner's plan? Knocking on the first wall did not work. So why not try it again? Keep in mind the time for this. This is right after they graduated. Do notice how Annie was worried about her friends getting killed, which is why you actually later see Annie apologizing to her fallen buddies back in season 1. Reiner didn't give a crap. Don't worry, they're just devils. I like how Annie was like, I'm a barf, Reiner. That's what I think about your face. For the Colossal Titan, Bert always having the same dream. Turns out that poor dude logged off due to the guilt. Really not hard to imagine the burden this warrior's feeling too. How's it going, Eren? You're getting a look at Eren back when he was still useless. Aw, look at that. Reiner seeing his sorry self within Eren. Keep moving forward, Eren. How great is it for Reiner to motivate the Attack Titan in this manner? Let's get into it, finally getting this Reiner scene in the anime. It is weird cause years later, it still has me tearing up seeing Reiner on the edge. This whole scene really encapsulates how messed up Reiner's mental state is. The poor dude. Thankfully, Falco to the rescue. Sorry Reiner, you gotta keep living for them. Getting to the big moment. Hey, it's that one friendly bum from the last episode. I thought his voice would be slightly changed up for the audience, but nope. If there was any doubt before, he should have realized who this hobo is. What's that, Falco? You're not gonna become a warrior? That's good. It means I won't have to fight you later. You really do have this bum giving quite the speech. The talk about freedom being taken away, choice taken away to those going into the war. Some of these soldiers permanently losing their freedom. What is beyond this hellish path? Is it hope? Is it more hell? You just gotta keep advancing forward to find out. So obviously this is Eren 4 years later. This whole scene really just gave you a lot of insight into Eren's current mindset. That's right, Hobo Eren has arrived. By the way, since I know some of you have been asking and wondering, what is up with Eren's leg? To which I'll say, what better way to go undercover? Recall that Titan Shifters are able to control their body's healing. So let me know, what did you think about this Attack on Titan episode? Do mention if you're anime only or a manga reader. Was it too rushed? Was it just right? It feels like the anime is really rushing to get to the festival. It is crazy when you think about it that manga readers got to this point like half a year later. Anime people got here in like 2 weeks. Having watched the episode twice so far, I tried not to think of what was cut out the second time around. It still feels like scenes were not given enough time to breathe. Funny, just like a lot of light novel anime. Feels like everything is moving so fast. I almost want to slow down each episode. If you're anime only, did you feel the same, or was the pacing fine? Something I really enjoyed this episode was getting some non-CG Titans, although I'm not sure that's a good thing, which is Mappa Studio really teasing you at what could have been. For the anime cuts, oh, there was a lot this episode. Did like a whole chapter get cut out? Either way, I'll be sure to go in depth in the manga comparison video. Episode 2 for that is out. Anyway, do be sure to check out Surfshark for all your online protection needs. At the same time, you'll be supporting the channel, link below. For some fun, bonus behind the scenes stuff, I did have a doctor's appointment today, since you know, Japan requires a physical exam every year. A requirement is no food in the past 16 hours before the visit, which means I ended up working on this video on hard mode. The worst part about this was no caffeine or coffee. But anyway, let me hear your thoughts on the episode below, or just say hi. Be sure to subscribe. I did fall super behind this last week, which means videos got moved over to this week. Check back daily, and I'll see you guys later.